be so-called African American or American black, we would be from the tribe of Judah, right? You would be a West Indian over there in Jamaica. You would be from the tribe of Benjamin. Benjamin is the youngest child that Israel had. He had 12 things we just read in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? That's why he up there. So yeah, what would be your nationality? According to the Bible, Benjamin. That's your tribe, but what's the nation?
What's the name, black people?
No, that's what your enemy would call you. Your enemy called you a West Indian. They call you a Jamaican. But what did God call you? He called you a Jamaican. No, it's like God called you a Benjamin, but your nation, Israel. You're an Israelite. Remember you said it a while ago. That's how you identify all of us together. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm from the tribe of Judah. You see what I'm saying? That's just my tribe. But our nation is Israel, right? So what would be your nationality according to the Bible? You got Zechariah 11:5? Bring that out real quick. Yeah, bring that up.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5.
Right?
Whose possessors slay them.
So wasn't everybody on this side possessed, right? They owned us, right? So it says who possesses slay them, read.
And hold themselves not guilty.
Nah, they go to jail for it.
And hold themselves not guilty.
What that sound like? Come on, you know what that sound like. Who's getting down, shot down, they hands up, don't shoot. You know, they go to trial about it, and they get off. Not only do they get off, but hey, they get paid. It's gonna say that, keep reading. Because a lot of them, they set up these GoFundMes for them, they feel sorry for them. You know, they getting paid while they on release, you see what I'm saying? So they still making money. Finish that.
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
For I am what?
For I am rich.
But they got rich off of it. Keep reading.
And their own shepherds
In Matthew
pitied them not.
19:16. Right?
Their own shepherds pitied them not.
So, according to the Bible, what would be your nationality? An Israelite.
Very
right?
good.
Now, you know, that's just one half of the story. Right? Get Deuteronomy 10 and start at verse 12. You hold that. Because knowing you're an Israelite, you know, that's something to come with that. Get 7 and 6 with you.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
Right?
And it reads, for thou art a holy people.
So 5 minutes. You're going to make it short. Go ahead and read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
Right?
For thou art a holy people.
Holy just means separate. Read.
Unto Yahweh, the Lord thy God.
Right?
Yahweh, thy most high, and chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Right? Just like you probably have a special pair of shoes, a special outfit. So God has stuff that's special to him. Read.
Above all people.
Wait, what?
Above all people
Read.
that are upon the face of the earth.
So God said the Israelites are the best people upon the face of the earth. They're not equal. They teach you here everybody's equal. Who's the best athletes? Us. Usain Bolt, he's the fastest runner. He's a Jamaican, so-called Jamaican. You see what I'm saying? Why? Who's the best? Play the best sports like basketball. Who's saying the best? Us. Who cooked the best? You see what I'm saying? You know, Benjamin, they got food that they get down with. You know, we got our food that we get down. That's not coincidence. God set it up that way. He set it up for us to be the best people. You see what I'm saying? So read that real quick in 10 and 12. We better finish it.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12.
Right?
And it reads, and now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require thee?
Get Leviticus 11.
But to fear
And get Exodus.
the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, to love him,
Right?
to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Read 13.
Verse 13, to keep the commandments of the Lord
Right?
and his statutes, and which I command thee this day for thy good.
For thy good. So that's what we have to do, keep the commandments. Can you name me a few commandments? Just a few. But that's what it says you got to do. It says you got to keep the commandments. Meaning, He said curses was going to happen to you if you didn't obey. But if we listen, we was going to get blessings. So we disobeyed. Obviously, that's why all this happened. So in order to for us to get out of this predicament that we are in, we have to keep the commandments. So I wouldn't be a brother if I just allowed you to walk away without knowing if you knew any of his commandments. See what I'm saying? Right, that's right. So we're going to give you some. Get in Leviticus 11 and 7. Because these are some that you probably haven't heard about.
Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7.
Right?
And the swan.
You know what swine is? Swine is pig, pork. See what I'm saying? Can we eat pork? We can? Read that.
And the swan, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
Right?
Of their flesh shall ye not eat.
Now we can eat it.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat.
Right?
And their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
It's unclean to us, brother.
Jeez, you
You see what I'm saying? Now how many people do you know that get down with that? Yeah. Everybody ain't just about in my family eat pork. But now you see why we still in the situation that we are in. You see what I'm saying? It's starting to make sense. That's what we are saying. We gonna keep getting shut down in the street. We're gonna continue to be at the bottom of society until we start following these commandments that's in this Bible. Like not eating pork. Pig is a 50 animal. A pig will eat anything. It'll eat a dead human. You see what I'm saying? It'll eat just about anything. That's what God said, don't eat it. Because you put that 50 animal in you, then you're going to make yourself filthy. You see what I'm saying? So can you eat pig according to the Bible? No. Now jump down to verse 9.
Verse 9.
Right?
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
Right.
Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
Right? So I have to have fins and scales on the same body. Right? What's the stuff that have fins and scales? Fish. Or you can get that, but certain type of fish. You can't eat catfish. It's a fish, but they don't have scales on it. See what I'm saying? But have fins. Yeah, you can eat bass now. So there's certain things you can't eat. Read.
Verse 10. And all that have not fins and scales, in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
So it's an abomination, meaning you can't eat. What's some stuff in the waters that you can't eat? Because they don't have fins and scales. Octopus, crabs, shrimp, lobster. Yeah, starfish. So we can't eat that. See what I'm saying? Now, how many people you know that eat that type of stuff? Yeah, just about everybody. But we wonder why we still getting the short end of the stick. Why we still at the bottom? You see what I'm saying? But we still to the year 2022 choose to break God's commandments. Right? So we're gonna get you another one. Go to Exodus. So can you eat those things according to the Bible? So you gonna stop eating that, brother? Hey, brother, let's give you one more precept to help you think about it.
Sure, man. It's part of our national dish back home, man. It's like,
Did I say you 66?
well, fish, saltfish.
Starfish?
Saltfish.
Oh, sawfish?
saltfish. Yeah, it has a long beak like and look like a saw.
Yeah,
It's part of our national dish back home.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, it has fins and scales on the same body.
right. And ultimately, what we're showing you is that's actually not part of our heritage. Because you go way back before Jamaica. That's a new term. You go all the way back to Benjamin. See, we showing you that what you was before we were slaves. You see what I'm saying? Before they came over there and called you a Jamaican. Before they came over there to that part of the island. We telling you that you're an Israelite. So these are your true customs. Your true customs, you didn't eat that. Your true customs are not eating things that don't have fins and scales on it. You see what I'm saying? Not eating pork. These are our true customs. Because, right, so our enemies is ruling over us right now, right? You think your enemies go teach you the right thing to do? Or will they teach you the wrong thing to do? They gonna teach you
They don't want you to be better.
Exactly. They don't want you to be better. They don't want you to get ahead. So as long as you ever seen Superman before? So Superman, what's his weakness? Kryptonite. Everybody's weakness on here is breaking the commandments. Pork. You eat pork, that's like giving Superman kryptonite. You eat crab, shrimp, and lobster, that's like giving Superman kryptonite. That's what we fail as a people. Because we wanted to eat these things. Get Amos 3 verse 2 real quick. Equip. Whoever pull it the fastest.
Amos chapter 3, starting at verse 2.
Right?
I will also gather all nations and will bring them.
That's not it. 3 plus 2.
Amos 3 and 2.
Right.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Right?
Therefore, I will punish you
Right?
for all your iniquities.
So he said we the only people he known out of all the families of the earth. Therefore, he's going to punish us. He's not punishing the so-called white man when he be poor. He said he only known us. That's why they still running at everything. They still on top. You see what I'm saying? They can do whatever they want. But us, when we went against the commandments, hey, we in the projects, we in the slums. You know, now we got to ask them for a job. We were kings, brother. For real, the people that you read about in this Bible is us. King David. This is literally your history. You know Paul. Paul was from... Yeah, this is not a religion. This is history. Paul was from the tribe of Benjamin. Everybody know Paul. He was one of the mightiest men in the scriptures. He was from your tribe. Literally, if he was on the earth right now, he had to fill out a job application. He would put down a Jamaican. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, this is your true history according to the Bible, not according to what they teach you, but just according to God. This is your true history. So you want to get down with these commandments? Get Isaiah 66, verse 15. You on that?
Isaiah 66 and 15.
This is what happens if our people still want to eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. Read.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire,
Right.
and with his chariots like a whirlwind,
Right.
to render his anger with fury,
Right.
and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Right.
For by fire and by his
And
sword,
we know that. The Lord said, he destroyed the earth the first time with what? Water. But this time it's going to be what? Fire. So he's talking about that fire. Read.
will the Lord plead with all flesh,
Right.
and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Now it's going to be a little bit.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
So it's going to be many. Like I said, how many people you know that get down and eat that pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster? A lot. Just about everybody. And it says here, that the slain of the Lord is going to be many. Read.
They that sanctify themselves,
Right.
and purify themselves.
Meaning coming up with excuses. Right? Reading.
In the gardens behind one tree in the midst,
They try to hide it. You know what I'm saying? Read.
eating swine's flesh.
Eating what?
Eating swine's flesh.
We just talked about it. That's pig, pork, right? Read.
And the abomination and the mouse.
The abomination. We just read what the abominations is. The food, things that God just said you can't eat. Like shrimp, crab, and lobster, pig, mouse. Some people get down with mouse. That might not be your thing, but some people get down with mice. Read.
Shall be consumed.
Shall be what?
Shall be consumed.
Right?
Together, saith the Lord.
Not save us.
Saith the Lord.
So that's what the Lord said. Meaning you gonna get destroyed. When the Lord crack open that sky, and you still getting down with pork, you sitting there about to dig into it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the Lord gonna destroy you, brother. And we warning you because we love you. You see, if we didn't love you, we just, let you go ahead, but that brother gonna get destroyed. That's what would happen if we hated you. But we love you, so we want to warn you. Get on Amos 3 and 6.
Amos chapter 3, starting at verse 6.
Right?
Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Right?
Shall there be evil in a city?
It's like you get Ezekiel 33 and 4. That's what I want.
Ezekiel 33 and 4.
Right?
Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet,
Right?
and taketh not warning,
So this is the trumpet. We let you know to take heed, take warning. Read.
if the sword come and take him away,
Right?
his blood shall be upon his own head.
Meaning if you don't listen, because we warning you right now. Now if you continue to want to eat the pork or do whatever, the shrimp, you don't take heed to the warning, the sword will come and do what?
His blood, and take him away, and his blood shall be upon his own head.
Meaning that's your own fault. Because we did our job because we warned you. Read.
He heard the sound of the trumpet,
Meaning the warning, right?
and took not warning,
He took warning.
and took not warning.
Read.
His blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning
Right?
shall deliver his soul.
So you're gonna deliver your soul, brother, if you take heed. So we just the messages. You see what I'm saying? All we could do is warn you. We can't actually force you and be like, no, brother, stop. You see, we can't do that. All we could do is warn you before it's too late. And we never know. We could die tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? You don't know when the Lord is gonna call you. Nobody knows. So the best we can do is the best to our ability to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, because you never know. We might never see you again. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, but if you take heed to this warning, the Lord willing, we will see you again in the kingdom of heaven. That's what everybody want to get to.
That's right.
That's what it shouldn't be to make it here in this society, get a big house. All this fit to get burnt away. It's literally fit to get burnt up. So you want to make it to the kingdom of heaven, where you don't have to worry about your house getting burnt up, where you don't have to worry about people coming and taking stuff. You get everlasting life. People lost sight of what the true goal is, or what true riches is. You see what I'm saying? So you want to, that's what you want to do. And doing that, the first part is knowing your nationality, which is what? Israelite, right? And what you got to do to get to the kingdom? Obey the commandments. So you can't eat pork, crab, shrimp, lobster. Get Exodus. We're gonna give you one more, right?
Look at Exodus chapter 20, starting at verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Right. 6
days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
Right.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
The seventh day. You know when the seventh day of the week is? Saturday. Which would be what? The Sabbath. And you gotta do what?
Rest on that day.
And you gotta rest on it too. You can't, work. But also keep it what? I'll read that part again.
Verse 10, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
Right.
In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gate. Verse 9. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
No, verse 8.
Exodus 28. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
To keep it holy. So you not only do you rest on the Sabbath, but you got to keep the Sabbath day holy. Meaning you don't want to do your own things. What's that in Isaiah 55, verse what, 13? 58, verse 13.
Isaiah 58:13.
Right?
And if thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath,
Get Jeremiah 17.
from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight.
You gonna go? Well,
I take my girl out to 7 o'clock. So she can get away.
okay, you gotta take her out.
Yeah, she ain't away from me.
All right, well, what's your nationality?
That's right, brother.
What
That's
you
right.
What you gotta do to get to the kingdom? Obey the commandments. This could be a flyer. It's a little wrinkle. I kind of balled it up in my hand. My bad. He could give you another one, but the YouTube on there, the Instagram, just they're gonna just subscribe to it. Kind of get built up to the faith. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're out here to do, bro. Y'all be safe.
I appreciate you. Have your Bible with you.
Yeah, have your Bible with you, brother. So one more time, what's your nationality, brother?
Israelite.
That's
right.
Right. I'll praise you one time, man. The rain stopped. Hey, get on Isaiah 44 and 5. Hey, and tell that information to her too.
I got you.
Yeah. All right.
Isaiah 44:5.
Right.
One shall say,
Get Isaiah 48.
I am the Lord's.
And get Isaiah 55 and start at verse 17.
And another shall call himself by the name of Jacob.
I think 15.
And another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel. Thus said the Lord, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. I am the first and I am the last. And beside me there is no God. And who, as I, shall come and shall declare it, and set it in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people, and the things that are coming, and shall come, and let them show unto them. Fear ye not.
Hey, how you doing, family? I got a few seconds for the word of God. Read you a couple of Bible verses.
Yeah, we're already late for our dinner.
All right, well, y'all got to keep the commandments in the faith. Y'all Israelites, right? Bring that up.
42. Book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 2. Think ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry to her. That her warfare is accomplished.
Right? Meaning, all the affliction that we went through, man, it's almost over. The kingdom of heaven is literally almost around the corner. Right? So that watershed that we've been going through, hey, it's almost accomplished.
that her iniquity is pardoned,
Right?
for she hath received of the Lord's hand double for all her sins.
And we know that, man. We went through,
Hell.
yeah, hell and back, man. Literally. Those that's on part of that number, Lord willing, that's part of the elect. Hey, man, you could say that, hey, you kind of conquered hell, man. Like, literally. This is hell right now. So those that's part of that number, hey, you kind of came through hell and back. Finish reading that, King?
See it going down.
Yeah, come.
Verse 3. The voice of him that crieth in the wilderness,
46, Isaiah 46, 13.
prepare ye the way of the Lord.
Right?
Make straight the desert a highway for our power.
Right? For the Most High, man. And he's about to give us the kingdom. Read that, King.
Isaiah 46 and verse 13.
Right?
I bring near my righteousness, it shall not be far off,
Get Isaiah 51, verse 7.
and my salvation shall not tarry,
Now it's going to tarry.
and it shall not tarry.
Right?
And I will place salvation in Zion for
Right.
Israel, my glory.
And he going to place it in Zion for Israel, man. That's us. Everybody not getting salvation, man. Hey, this is your salvation right here, right now, for if you're the so-called white man. Hey, even if you any of the other nations, man. You got to tell all the nations to live it up, man. Because after this, nobody else is going to get it. Only the Israelites. So, whether you, an Edomite, a Moabite, any of the heathens, man, hey, you better live it up. This your last time to do so. Right? Read that.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 51, verse 7. Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness,
Right?
the people in whose heart is my law.
Hey, y'all got a few seconds to hear a few Bible verses out of the Bible? Y'all got no time for God? Then hear like 2 Bible verses. All right, man. People, hey, man, hey, thou sayest, man, get on Isaiah 29, verse, I called it yesterday, 13. Yeah, get Isaiah 29, 13. Hold that.
Isaiah 29 and 13.
Hey, if you, I'm gonna say, man, if you had time for God, you would stop. Lord said, be ready to hear every godly conversation, right? And you're not doing nothing, but walking up and down Babylon, right? So you had some time for God, man. Then you would have stopped. Read that.
Isaiah 29 and 13.
Right.
Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as his people draw near me with their mouth,
Once they what?
with their mouth,
And then, hey, they talk a good talk, right? Hey, get Ezekiel 33. Let's start at verse 31. They talk a good talk, man. I mean, it's literally not hard to say I love God. Unless you got some kind of disability, literally anybody could say it. Man, you could be a murderer. You could be a pedophile. Man, you could be, anybody can literally say that. It's not hard to say, oh, I love God or I have time for God. Read.
and with their lips do honor me,
With their lips, they honor him. I mean, hey, they gonna talk a good talk. Read.
but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men.
Meaning people is teaching you how to fear God, but if you fear God, there's a certain way you have to do it. Get Proverbs 8 and 13. Because the fear of God, hey, if you fear God, there's certain things you would do if you fear God. And there's certain things you wouldn't do if you fear God. Right? But the fear of God is being taught to them by the precept of men. Bring that up.
Proverbs 8 and 13.
How you doing, sister? You got time to hear a few Bible verses out of the Bible? All right, well, you're an Israelite. You got to keep the commandments in the faith. Right? Bring that up.
The fear of the Lord is to hate evil.
Is to do what?
Is to hate evil.
So, hey, if you fear the Most High, you literally should hate evil, man. It's that simple. You should hate it. Read.
Pride and arrogance and the evil way and the forward mouth do I hate.
So, hey, we hate all them things, man. You know, and you fear God, you hate. So why is all the Christian churches talking about that they don't hate or God doesn't hate? Right? Why is everybody saying that they don't hate or God doesn't hate? Read that part. Read that part again, King.
The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogance, and the evil way,
Right?
and the froward mouth do I hate.
And so you supposed to hate these things, man. We hate to see our people caught up in the LGQ community, man. We hate to see our people eating pork. We hate to see our people hand in hand join with their enemy. These are all things that we hate, man. Hey, there's a lot of things that we hate, man. There was a song that it was popular in the world. It was called That's That I Don't, that I Don't Like, man. Hey, Jake was kind of moving in the spirit a little bit when he said that. Yeah, it was folly. We need a spiritual version of it. Somebody need a remix. You know? Hey, there's a lot of things that men of the Lord, hey, we hate out here, man. We hate to see our people being oppressed, right? That's an evil thing, man. We hate to see them loving the so-called white men and hating their own people. We hate to see this, man. So hey, if you are a real believer of the Most High, then hey, you should hate these things too. Bring that up. You still holding that?
Look at Ezekiel chapter 33, starting at verse 31.
Right.
And they come unto thee as the people coming.
Right.
And they sit before thee as my people.
Right.
And they hear thy words. But they will not do them.
But they what?
But they will not do them.
Meaning, hey, they'll sit down and listen like that brother earlier, man. He was kind of sitting there for a long time. He said he was out here for what? He said an hour. I don't know if it was about an hour, but I mean, he said they'll sit there, but read that last part again.
But they will not do them.
But they not gonna do it. He was up here the whole time, but he still didn't know his nationality. Because he was too busy trying to prove a point. He already has his own agenda since the get-go. Yeah, he was scoffing the whole time. So hey, they'll come up there, might sit and try to act humble and stuff, but hey man, they already got an agenda.
Before the brother walked up, I said, Lord, what if the brother don't stop? I said that, man.
Yeah.
That's madness.
And he was just he was playing semantics.
Yeah, he was.
That's why he smiled when I said what he said. Like he was dodging all your questions, but then he had asked a question. Like you playing semantics, man. Just and he wouldn't admit to none of the atrocities when he was bringing over most of the points. The Edomites was like, yeah, we did that, but he was just quiet. So hey, finish that.
No.
Hey, y'all want to step up right now, man? You ain't great.
And they sit before thee as my people, and they hear my words.
Right.
So and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they shew much love,
Right.
but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
Right. So hey, man, they not really serving the Most High. They're not really doing these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. They up here just faking it, man. They up here, they saying one thing, but then they doing another, man. That's James 1:8, a double-minded man, man. So these people not really keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. So that's what we out here, man. We out here that, hey, we got to grab up Jake, and we got to show him, man, that, hey, man, you got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You got to keep the faith in these last days, man. Somebody get me and separate from your enemy, man. These are the things that we got to come to understand in these last times if you want to get out of here. Get Isaiah 8 verse 20 real quick. And Proverbs 6 and 23. You got a precept? Oh, God. Huh? Yeah, Isaiah 8 and 20. 23. Yeah, bring out 6 and 23.
Proverbs 6 and 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
Right? So, hey, these commandments is a lamp, man. It's a light. That's why it says you gotta let your light. They got a song about it in the Christian church. This is the light of mine. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Right? So, hey, we gotta let these this light shine, man, which is keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, which is the fringes. That's why, hey, brothers, hey, you gotta wear your fringes. You know, brothers is, you know, saying, well, you know, no, you gotta let your light shine. You don't grab the Lord said you don't grab a lamp and put it up in a bushel, man. You go put it out in the open so it can shine, right? Somebody else might see that, you know, the light, that's how the light goes spread. You got that?
Look at Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 2. The people that walk in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shine.
So we the ones that's walking in the shadow of death. Get Isaiah 44 verse 11. You go with Isaiah 8 and 20. Get that, yeah, get that. Isaiah, select Psalms 44 and 11. That's
Psalm
right?
44 and verse 11.
Right?
Why art thou cast down, O my Salaki? Psalm 44 and 11. Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat,
Right?
and hast scattered us among the heathen.
Right?
Thou sellest thy people for naught, and doest not increase thy wealth by their price.
So hey, that's a Hey, how y'all doing, family? What's going on, boy? Y'all got a time to hear a few Bible verses? Damn. Nah, these no religion. This ain't a religion. No religion? Y'all don't have religion?
I mess with it though, man.
Talk to us, bro.
Yeah, come talk to us to find out. Just 2 minutes.
You'll find out in 2 minutes, bro.
2 minutes. There you go, brother. My praise goes up.
Here's God. Here's God.
All right, bet. So get Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Yeah, come on. It won't take long, I promise. It's short. You'll learn more up here than you probably did your whole life, right? So read that.
Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Right?
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses
Right.
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Just say curses are a good or bad thing.
The way I was raised, it's a bad thing, but it's an open-minded.
Well,
It's a broad spectrum.
yeah, but in this context, it would be a bad thing. You gotta keep it in its proper context, because it's gonna be a punishment. He said, if you don't listen to me, I'm gonna put curses on you. So it can't be good things, right?
Yeah, it's bad.
So it gotta be a bad thing. So would you guys say us as a people are under curses or blessings? As a whole, our whole race of people. Like we gotta be under curses. It seems like we always get this.
The way that a typical person raised, they think black people is just crazy.
Exactly.
Like wherever you deal with.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
We'll leave it there.
So hey, that's true. Read verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Right? So who's cursing the city? Us. No matter what city you go to, we always at the bottom of society. You know, living in the poorest condition. Right? That's us. Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
You know what?
In the field.
Who's cursing the field? That's the literal field too. Not only the field now, what you can say is your occupation, you know, your job. That's mostly us working in these type of factory or plantation type of jobs. But back in the times when we was picking cotton, that's being cursed in the field. You see what I'm saying? That was us picking cotton, no breaks. You know, get your back beat in, sun up to sundown. That's being cursed in the field, right? Jump to 46 real quick.
Verse 46.
Right?
And they shall be upon thee for a sign,
Right?
and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
You know what a sign is. A sign lets you know what something is, right? So that sign right there is gonna let us know there's a crosswalk. You see what I'm saying? So these curses are gonna be upon us as a sign to identify who this God's chosen people is, right? Who the people are this book is. So you got lots of people that claim that they are God's chosen people. You know, people over in Israel right now, they call themselves Jewish. They say that they God's chosen people, right? But they are God's chosen people. They should be able to identify to these curses that he put on God's chosen people. You see what I'm saying? Jump to verse 54.
Verse 54.
Right?
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brothers.
So who's known for having an evil eye towards their people? Meaning race of people. You just came to our own or to different ones? To your own people, right? That's us. That's clear, right? Clear. Same neighborhood. You know, you stay on this thing, you stay on this block, we stay on this block, but we beefing with each other. Because we grew up in different blocks. Or, you know, he's a blood, and, you know, I'm a crib. So we killing each other because we wear different colors. You see what I'm saying? Or just the cookouts. Just anything. Hey, you walk down the street, you see another so-called black man, you kind of sizing them up. You never seen this do a thing in life, but you kind of mean mugging them. You know, other nations don't get down like that. That's a curse that was put on us, God's chosen people. You see? Finish reading that, King.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
And towards the wife of his bosom. Who's known for domestic violence? They put it in all the movies. Y'all ever seen Medea? He's in all the movies. They make millions and millions of dollars of, curses that were put on them. Read another one.
And toward the remnant of his children,
right?
Which he shall lead.
Now he gonna stay and be a good dad.
Which he shall lead.
Now come on now. Who's known for leaving their kids? Is everybody known for that? They got jokes about it. Oh, I'm going to the store to grab a carton. Your dad went to the store to get a carton of milk and he never came back. That's us. We the ones that's growing up without a dad in the household. As a majority. You see what I'm saying? That's us. These are curses. It's not a coincidence. You see what I'm saying? Well, why does that happen? Because we disobey God, so he curses us as a nation of people. You see what I'm saying? Hey!
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right? Read on. So the Lord said he gonna bring us back into Egypt again, right? Y'all heard of the story of Moses, right? Remember he led the people out of Egypt, right? So never, you read this whole entire Bible, never did they go back into the land of Egypt, right? So meaning we gotta find out what that word Egypt is talking about. Gotta be code for something, right? Bring that up in Exodus 22.
Book of Exodus, chapter 20,
right?
Verse 2, and it reads, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
right?
Out of a house of bondage.
Out of what?
Out of a house of bondage.
So what's another word for bondage? Slavery. That's literally, what bondage is going into is just slavery, right? So we were slaves in Egypt, right? So read that. Go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Right?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now he said he's going to bring the Israelites back into slavery again. Now how did we go into slavery as a nation of people? Meaning, what form of transportation was it? Yeah, but how did we travel?
On the water.
Boat. Wasn't a plane. You see what I'm saying? So it was a boat. Right? So read that.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So he's going to bring his people into slavery again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
That's in the Bible. That's way down there at the very end. We was patting on them like a bunch of sardines. Very fine. This is history. These are all the cows that they did. This is not making believe. That's all I'm saying. This is not a religion. This is just us reading up the Bible. This is your actual history. Carry who we are. You see what I'm saying? God showed the people this actually happened. And we're reading out the regular Bible that everybody got. Have you ever heard of this before? Never have, but my debate. One second. Hold the person to the end.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
What?
thou shalt see it no more again.
Meaning your homeland. Any of y'all ever been by Israel? No, we haven't either. So it says that. It says you will see it no more again. Read.
And there
Right?
you shall be sold.
So once you get off from slave ships, you shall be sold. Wasn't we sold? Y'all from here? Y'all already know what that is in the middle. Market house. So that's still fast, right? Finish.
Unto your enemy.
Unto who?
Unto your enemy.
So who we sold to?
Who's our enemy? Who's our
Well, we let the Bible say.
Who's our enemy?
Who were we sold to?
Who's our enemy?
Isn't that right? So yeah, you know the answer. The brother just said it. And the Bible called them our enemy. Because your friends aren't going to have hit parties called hit the little or alligator day or lynching parties. You see what I'm saying? They used to have whole parties. They used to pay so-called black men. They used to sit there and watch them. That's fact. They dad is getting buffering. You see what I'm saying? That's what the enemies So we know who he was sold to. Finish that, King.
For bondmen
Right?
and bondwomen,
Right.
and no man shall buy you.
The word buy just means redeem. He's still here to this very day. See what I'm saying? So, according to the Bible, who will we be? Get Deuteronomy 29, verse 1.
Deuteronomy 29 and verse 1.
What is a proper name? Read that.
These are the words of the covenant which Moses spake, which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
With who?
With the children of Israel.
So that's who all this happened. The children of Israel. So if all this happened to the Israelites, right? And you guys say this happened to your history, this would be your history. So what would that make you guys? According to the Bible.
Based off your God's perception of that life, Israelites. But every religion has to respect it. Muslims have to, Islam has to respect it, Christians have to respect it. But regardless, I respect everything I say. I'm from my people. My only thing is if so, are we saying based on all this that white people are enemies?
I mean, you
Are
can
we?
answer.
And this comes from the half white now. So I have to ask the question.
Wait, you said what?
I'm half white. I'm half white.
Nobody's half anything.
What does that mean? I'm curious. I'm curious.
I'm stopping right there. I'm just saying, nobody's
Get numbers. You get Zechariah 11 and 5. And you got numbers. You get Zechariah 11. Get
Numbers 1 and 18.
What?
And they assembled all the congregations together
What?
on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigree.
Pedigree. It's like your family. So they did create their pedigree, you know?
After their families,
Right.
by the house of their fathers.
Not the house of their mother.
By the house of their fathers.
So you are whatever your father is. Why? Because the man carries the seed. Everybody else knows that. So if you are whatever your father is, see what I'm saying? And that's why the elder said,
I said nobody's half.
I agree. My fault. I agree with that. I agree with that.
That's what he
I agree
said.
with that for sure. I respect that.
That makes sense. That's
They don't see me as that white. They don't see me as that. They don't see me as that. They see me as black.
Exactly, because you are.
For sure. And I'm half black. I'm sure I tell you.
So, and again, like you said, we're not dealing with religion. Bring that out. You got something right? 11 and 5.
Okay, 11 to 5.
You know, we're not dealing with religion.
That's right.
Okay, this is just history. See what I'm saying? You got to stop. People say that this is a religion, but it's not. That's a lie. This is just a book about history and prophecy. About these people. God's chosen people. From Genesis all the way to Revelation. It's talking about the Israelites. Right?
Okay, book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5.
Right?
Whose possessors slay them.
Right? So, if you were sold to somebody, then you possessed by someone. Right? And it says they possess and slay them. Right? Read.
And hold themselves not guilty.
Now they go to jail.
Hold themselves not guilty.
What that sound like? Who kill people, go to trial, and then they hold themselves not guilty. They get away with it. Not free.
Who's that?
You see what I'm saying? Our enemies, which is over wicked. We got countless, things that happen. This is real. This is a fight.
So if we reach all of us, how do we change this? But this doesn't relate to me. This only makes them feel like they're good people, and they no longer want to be on that side.
Wait, say that again.
So if we say we get all black people to this message, how do we get white people to listen to us? Maybe they never do listen to us. But how do we get them to understand or listen to this message and change? Because automatically white people shut this down. White people are gonna shut this down. Even if it's true, white people shut this down.
Initially,
Yeah, no. I'm curious your perspective. I promise.
Psalm 55 and verse 19.
First of all, what you have to understand, like this brother just told you, this is not a religion. When I say this, I'm talking about the Bible. The Most High God never dealt with religion. The Most High has chosen the race of people. All the Israelites, every ancient nation, knows about their nationality. The so-called Arab that traces nationality back to Israel, they know that they're the Israelites. The ancient South Sudan know that they are the ancient Egyptians, right? Even the top of the ancient so-called white people know that they're Edomites. They know their history. Y'all the only ones that don't know your history. This is what the Lord said. Read that.
Psalm 55 and 19. God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old.
Right? The Lord is going to afflict those that did the atrocities to the nation of Israel. That's what's coming in the new world. Right? After World War III, the Lord is going to set this nation up as a rightful nation to rule and reign on the earth. Because everybody else had their chance at rulership. Besides this, the Egyptians, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Africans, the Greeks, so-called white men had their chance at rulership. Right? Read.
Because they have no changes.
Because they have what?
No changes.
Read.
Therefore they fear not God.
So God said that the so-called white man is never going to change. Do you think there's ever going to be a time on the earth where so-called white people are not going to have you in subjection to their own rituals? No. God put it in the Bible that they have no change. It's not in their spirit to change. Why would they love you and tell you that you're better than me? It's still in their constitution that you're three-fifths of a man. Just like you had the ideology that you must have this and have that, but yet they treat you like the worst. Exactly, because this is where you are in subjection to punishment. Yeah. So why would they change? Why would they change that? It's not in their spirit to change. They were created to be the wicked on the earth, right?
Book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1. Book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 15. That which is crooked cannot be made straight.
So God said that which is crooked, that man that has an evil eye, that man that is known for rape, robbery, and murder, how can he ever be made straight? He's never done anything righteous on the earth. Name a good act that the so-called white nation has done on the earth that was righteous. That's a shame that there's a pause in that. You say, well, you did this, you did that, and this is what they did. You can't name nothing. I mean, we've sat for countless and countless of days and said, well, maybe we're reading the Bible incorrectly. No, we're not. It's in the Bible that they've never done anything righteous on the earth. Right, read it again.
That which is crooked cannot be made straight.
That which is crooked, how can be made straight? Right? The root of the matter is already crooked. Right, read.
And that which is broken cannot be numbered.
Right, and that which is broken cannot be numbered, meaning the Lord is not going to count anything that he does, just like right now, right? Right now they may say, okay, well, we're going to give out reparations to the so-called black people. But guess what? It's too late. You've already annihilated them. You've already tried to delete them off the earth. Gang banging has been at an all-time high. There's no repentance for gang banging. After blood has already been shed. Right? You can look at chapter 35 verse 3.
Job chapter 27 and verse 11. I will teach you by the hand of the Most High.
Right?
That which is with the Almighty will I not conceal.
Right?
Behold, all ye yourselves have seen it. Why then are ye thus altogether vain?
Right? Check this out. Read.
This is the portion of a wicked man.
What the Lord say?
This is a portion of a wicked man.
This is why the so-called white man was created. Right? Read.
And with God, and the heritage of oppressors.
And the heritage of all of his children that oppress God's chosen people. That's all they've done. You may say, well, I'm not oppressed right now. I drive a Bentley. Guess what? You're driving their car that your forefathers created. You don't get any record. You don't get a percentage of your forefathers having the invention of inventing a car. You don't get a percentage of your forefathers inventing a stoplight or inventing the computer, the internet, the cell phone. Of all these things that you see, your people created in slavery.
That's right.
But you don't get no percentage for that. Right? So the Lord said, this is the portion of a wicked man, read.
And the heritage of oppressors.
And the heritage of oppressors, their children, read.
Which they shall receive of the Almighty.
Which they might receive.
Which
They shall receive of the Almighty.
So, you live this whole life. You living in the best time that you can ever live. Why? Because the knowledge is accessible. Back in the day, you wasn't able to read this book. Back in the day, the servants of the Lord wasn't able to break down the Bible to you. They gave you the Christian churches. They gave you Islam. They gave you these different religions. And none of our people have been liberated by it because it don't teach you the truth. Right? Read.
If his children be multiplied,
If his children be multiplied, the so-called white man's children, the Arab man's children, those Africans, all the people that had you in slavery, what is it for?
it is for the sword.
It is for what?
It is for the sword.
Meaning God is going to judge them for what they did to you. The number one crime that they did to you was not tell you who you actually are. Because if you don't know who you are, how would you know how to be? How would you know how to conduct yourself? This is why you see these acts that go on in the earth. You the only race of people that shoot themselves. You the only race of people that's robbing your own brother. You the only race of people that's marching up and down the street asking for justice and peace. No justice, no peace. Right? But guess what? You're not disturbing the so-called white man. He's really good. But yet he disturbed you and took your land and took your house and took your wives and took your name. Took your name and told you that you was a black man. I fell out of a Greyhound box. Buck broke you. Told you that you was fixed when that's not even scientifically possible. So the Lord said if his children be multiplied, it's for the sword, you know?
And his offspring
And his offspring,
shall not be satisfied with bread.
because they got rich off of you. They get bread off of you, but they still not satisfied. Let's still put them in the project. Matter of fact, let's make him go to Duke University where he's never going to learn his nationality. Let's make him go to this Baptist Christian church where we're going to lie to you and give you a white Jesus. And give you all the philosophies that come with that. So
That's
our
right.
people have never learned the truth. We've never been risen up in this society. We tried everything. We tried marching. We tried even joining hands with them. And it hasn't worked. So what is going to help us liberate ourselves so that we can be in rulership? We don't even think about rulership. All we're thinking about, well, you know, I'm going to give you a house and a fence. We don't think about owning the entire world. What would it be if the so-called black man had the opportunity to be the top race on the earth?
Don't forget about the black woman.
Well, you're not going to go anywhere without the so-called black man,
No, sir.
right? Because we are set up to teach you righteousness. We are set up to lead you. There's no nation of people where the woman is leading their men. There's no nation of people that does that. The so-called Arab woman, guess what? She's in subjection to that Arab man. Hey, the so-called white woman is in subjection to the so-called white men. You don't even know the leaders of this society. Because they don't have Instagram. They don't have Facebook. But yet we yearning and searching for things that are not. This is why the Lord said this. Read the book of Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. Listen to this real good. This is what's coming to the
35,
earth.
33.
Okay.
Book of Numbers, chapter 35, 33.
Yeah, this is what the Lord said. Check this out.
So ye shall not pollute the land.
God said you are not supposed to pollute the land. Is America polluted? Give me some characteristics of how you think America is polluted.
Race, food,
You said what?
race, food,
Race, food,
our air,
our air. You said what? Now that's the best answer. Because yeah, the air is polluted. They put pork juice in the air and they put all type of chemtrails and chemicals in the air, things of that nature. Yeah, they do that. Right? But let's see what God said will pollute the land. Read that again.
Start from the top.
It's on his shirt.
Numbers, chapter 35, verse 33.
This is real good.
So ye shall not pollute the
Instagram
land
and
What
YouTube.
God said, do not pollute the land. Read.
wherein ye are,
Wherein you live, read on.
for blood,
For what?
for blood, it defileth the land.
So blood defiles the land. Innocent bloodshed defiles the land where you live. You, right now, may be standing on blood that has been soaked up. of the innocent so-called blacks and Spanish and Native Americans, which are Israelites. You're standing on a landmark of slavery. This is a landmark where the Israelites were sold by their enemies. Ye shall not pollute the land where you are, for blood is defileth the land. Read on.
And the land cannot be cleansed
The land will never be cleansed. Read on.
of the blood that is shed therein,
But what?
but by the blood of him that shed it.
So God said, when you pollute the land by shedding innocent blood, the only way this land could be cleansed is by the bloodshed of that man that polluted that land by shedding innocent blood. So what does that mean? Give me Revelation 13:9. I'm gonna make it plain upon the table. It said, "You shall not pollute the land wherein you are, for blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed but by the blood of him that shed it." What does that mean? We're gonna show you. Read Revelation chapter 13, verse 9.
For the Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9.
And guess what? This is coming back to the earth real soon. Read that.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
If you're capable of understanding this, it's going to hit your spirit. You're going to receive it. Read on.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Who was led into slavery? Who did they put in slavery? Us. When you hear about slavery, you instantly think about the so-called black people. We suffer right now from a disease called post-traumatic slave disorder. Right? Which is why we rap about killing our brothers. Which is why we rap about whoring our sisters out. Which is why we rap about taking our brothers' own wife. That's evil. But yet it's glorified. We suffer from these things. Right? He that leads into captivity.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Meaning this devil right here, the so-called white man, the entire race, led God's chosen people into slavery, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, make up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. He that puts them in slavery, what's got to happen to him?
Shall go into captivity.
What's coming to the earth?
Shall go into captivity.
What?
That's my finale right there.
So-
So we kill evil. So we kill evil by being evil.
No, listen. I'm answering. Can I finish it? Now, what was evil? Putting a race of people in slavery, hanging them on, hold on, listen. Well, hanging them on trees, that's an evil act. You don't know what slavery really is. Slavery is service. Yeah, but guess what? Servitude is what? You're working for something righteous. That's what real service is. Give me Isaiah 14. The Lord said,
He that leadeth into captivity.
Lord,
Shall go into captivity.
Lord,
He that killeth with a sword
right?
must be killed with a sword.
Here is what?
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
So, when the world calls Jesus Christ comes back, these people are going to be rejuvenated, brought back again as a nation of peace, because they've been brought down low for so long. I mean, there's no hope for them. The only hope they have, this is why they got ideology such that I gotta make it to the NBA, or I failed my family. I gotta make it to the NFL. The so-called white people don't say that. They don't say that. Well, I gotta go, I gotta get this money for my family. You say that. You sing those songs. Your forefathers sung songs like, "We need you, Lord, we need you, Lord. Come by with me." That was out of sheer desire because you was brought down low. So surely, I mean, what type of justice is God going to do for what they've been through? What justice is going to happen? Right? This is what the Lord said. Hold on, sisters. I got something for y'all. Right? Read on. Read that. Yeah, read that.
Look at Galatians chapter 6,
I was just thinking about that.
verse 7.
Right?
Be not deceived.
Don't, hey, listen. Whatever you think is in your mind, don't be deceived. Right? Read.
God is not mocked.
Right? God is not mocked. Read. Like how they put on their dollar bill, "In God we trust." That's on their dollar bill. But in their constitution, you are 3/5 of a man. That's mocking God when you are the chosen people. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. Read.
For whatsoever Amen. So will.
Whatever you do on the earth, whatever the so-called white man has done to you on the earth, read.
That shall he also reap.
That's written, meaning he has to go into slavery. The Most High God will put the so-called white man, woman, and child in captivity.
Right.
And this is the kicker. Not just them. The Arab man is going into slavery under the hand of you.
That's right.
The Chinese man is going into slavery under the hand of you.
That's right.
The Arab, all nations of people are going into slavery under the hands of the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, which are the children of Israel once lost, now found in the last days.
That's right.
Didn't we sell each other though?
You said, then we sell each other.
Maybe I'm falsely informed, falsely educated.
Well, that's a good question because...
I'm curious though. I thought we sold each other.
Okay, cool. Now, give me the book of Joel, chapter 3. Now, what are we reading out of? What is this? That we reading out of? You said their Bible? All right, give me the book of Joel, chapter 30, verse 30. And then I'm going to answer your question, did we sell ourselves?
Job chapter 30 and verse 30.
Bring it out.
Read that.
My skin is black.
And my skin is pale.
My skin is
Black.
black.
How can this be the so-called white man's Bible when this is prophesying about his downfall? How can this be the so-called white man's Bible when all of the prophets in the Bible told you what they look like? How can this be his Bible? My skin is black. Read on.
Upon me, and my bones are burned with heat.
Yeah, because we out there all day teaching our people, trying to wake them up who they are. We gonna get chocolate.
What verse?
That's Job 30 and 30. Now let's get another one. Bring it home. Give me Song of Solomon 1 and 5.
Song of Solomon 1 and 5.
Have you ever heard that before? Yeah, you never heard that before. Why would they tell you the truth about the Bible? Then they say that, hey, you can't even read for hundreds of years. So how do you think now you just gonna understand this book when they didn't even allow you to read? Right, read that.
Isaiah, Song of Solomon 1 and 5.
Right?
I am black.
I am what?
I am black.
What the Lord say?
I am black.
That's us. No other race of people on the earth can say that. I am black,
But comely.
and we're beautiful shades of brown, but beautiful. Right? When the sun shines on us, we get that glow. It starts to shine. All dark races on the earth don't get that shine. That don't happen to them. Right? Read on.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
Oh, ye daughters, and these are the daughters of Jerusalem that was born in Jerusalem. Get that
Wow.
one down. But now brought to a lower state.
Right.
Max.
I ain't never heard of in my life.
So go to Joel chapter 3.
Joel chapter 3.
This is to answer your question. Did we sell ourselves?
Verse 4.
Verse 3.
Verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people.
Casting lots is making bets. Right? A slave trade is making a bet with another race of people. That's what a slave trade is about. You're trading someone for something else. God is going to tell you what the Atlantic slave trade was about. That's what they said, right? They said we sold ourselves for the Atlantic slave trade, right?
Yeah, I'm in the.
Guess what God said? Read that.
And have given a boy for an harlot.
Giving a boy for a harlot, read.
And sold a girl for wine.
So they gave boys for young harlots for them to freak off.
Okay, I thought
And they sold boys for wine. Because wine, you didn't have an ABC store back then. Right, read on.
That they might drink.
That they might drink and get drunk and freak off. It's going to tell you who did this though. Read.
Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Tyre and Zidon. Did you hear that? It said, what have you to do with me, Tyre and Zidon? Tyre and Zidon are the names of ancient Hamites. Who are Hamites? Those are your real Africans. Why would I say real Africans? I'm talking about the ones that put lip disc in their lips. Have you ever seen any of your people put a lip disc in their lips? How about bones in their nose? How about drink blood regularly? Because y'all not the same people. Just because you got dark skin doesn't make you the same people, right? The East Indian man that lives over here with a granddaughter, he got the same skin complexion as you. How about you call him a black man? He might fight you. But he got dark skin though. But they put this ideology in your head in these schools that say, well, you know, all dark skinned people are black. That's why they changed your name. That's why they changed you from color to a black man. That's why they did that. What have thou to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
And all the coast of Palestine.
Palestine, who's that? Those are Arabs. So you got Tyre and Zidon and the Arab men. Those are two dark people, right? Read on.
will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Meaning God is going to judge them for what they did. This is what they did. Read.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples.
Did you hear that? It said,
I'm sorry.
because ye have taken.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold,
Which are these people? They took the Israelites.
and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, the children also of Judah,
Right? Which are these people who they took?
and the children of Jerusalem,
The other tribes.
have ye sold,
Have they done what?
have ye sold,
Who sold the children of Jerusalem and Judah? Tyre and Zidon and the Palestinians. Who did they sell them to? Who have they sold?
unto the Grecians,
To who?
unto the Grecians.
Who are the Grecians? Those are so-called white people. That's the Atlantic slave trade. Now, look, yeah, this is the Atlantic slave trade right here, right? Look on this side, look on this side, right? This is the Arab man and the real Africans selling the Israelites.
There you go. You got see that nigga picture.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I did what I did.
I mean, why? If you were sold by your race of people, and then I found out what was happening to you for over 400 years, I would have shown people, try to help you battle. Yeah, they been over there, damn, playing with diamonds and doing all type of stuff over there. Not to say that there's not your people over there still, but you are not an African. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Hey,
A real African will tell you that we're not the same. They say that all the time. They got video of it. But like real Africans saying that we're not the same people. And he said, we come over on planes, we come over on boats. Book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel
These are the children of Israel. Read.
shall not a dog move his tongue.
Name an African that's so good in basketball. Name one. Name an African in the NFL. You don't know any. Yeah. Yeah, name a rapping African. They got the bars and he got the swag. No, they don't got swag. Have you seen a real African? They stink. Y'all not the same people. Yeah. Right, read on.
Against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
God said there's a difference between the Israelites and the Egyptians. The Egyptians are what you would call African. Why don't the Egyptian men call themselves an African? Because you know he's an Egyptian. Why don't the South Sudanese call themselves African? Yeah. Why don't the Ethiopians call themselves African? Only people that's call themselves African are y'all. But they don't.
We're not cutting y'all off. We appreciate it.
Take a slide, fellas.
Commandments in the faith.
Yeah, so real quick, hold on, before you get that to me, what did God call you according to the Bible? You said what? Yeah, his children, but his children have a proper name.
Proper name.
Do you want to know the answer? All right, give me the book of Psalm, Isaiah 44.
Isaiah 44 and 1.
Right, give me Isaiah 62 and verse 17.
Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
Who did God choose? That's right, read it one more time.
Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant,
Right, read.
and Israel, whom I have chosen.
And who am I chosen? 61.
And Israel, whom I have chosen.
Who's the chosen people?
Based off what you got written.
Well, based off of life, what race of people is better at everything?
Right.
So who's the chosen people?
I agree.
Who the best cooks? Who the best dancers?
I do agree.
Who look the best? So if you don't believe in the Bible, your days are numbered. Because the Bible tells you who the chosen people are. And all you got to do is walk outside and look outside and see who the chosen people are. So that's in the Bible. And World War III is about to come.
Oh.
Meaning America is going to get destroyed with fire and brimstone. And if you don't come back to the Lord as an Israelite, you're going to get destroyed by fire.
Right.
Can I get the paper?
Or you might get thrown in a FEMA camp.
You got cool with a flyer?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So you got to come back. Right? And this is not religion. This is the truth. And the YouTube channel is up there.
Okay.
Called Fisherman for Zion.
Appreciate it.
Hey, brother, right here, what's your nationality? What's your God-given nationality? That's your God-given nationality? African American? All right, give me Judges 2 and 14. Hold on,
That's
brother.
my
One more.
ride, though.
Brother, one more, brother. One more.
Judges 2 and 14. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel.
Did you hear that, brother? The anger of the Lord was hot against who?
Against Israel.
Hot against who? Israel. Read on.
And he delivered them into the hands of spoilers
Gave them to another race of people.
that spoiled them.
Read.
And he sold them.
What happened to the Israelites?
And he sold them.
Was your race of people sold? So what's your nationality according to the Bible?
That's right.
All right.
And tell them to.
Close that. Pull it out, man.
Look at Daniel, chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Right? Now we go ask them for the kingdom.
Shall take the kingdom.
Right?
And possess the kingdom.
Right?
Forever. Even forever.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
And ever.
You got no time for God, man?
I mean, what you mean? I walk with God all day.
Well, if you walk with God, you would give us a few seconds of your time. All right, then, what's your nationality?
I talked to you last time, right? Or was it you? Cause we all God people, right?
No, not everybody.
Yeah, we are.
Give one more time.
We are. But you can't talk to me about these books because I read all books. Bro, I done spent all many years in prison. I know all religions.
It's not a religion, though.
It's not about religion.
Y'all Israelites, right?
But it's not a religion. We are Israelites. You're Israelite. But it's not a
No,
religion.
I'm not. No, I'm me. God for me.
Yeah, as an Israelite.
All right, so are you a man trying to get to heaven?
Are you a man trying to get to heaven?
No, I asked you. Are you a man trying to get to heaven?
Yes, we all trying to get to
All right
heaven.
then. So who are you to tell me what I need?
Right now.
Okay, this is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. And it's written, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated.
But you ain't talking to me about a book. Because what did they teach you in school? Did they teach you Christopher Columbus was the first man to get to America? Is that what they taught you? Oh, I'm sorry, my fault. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Never disrespect y'all. Never talk to you. But what I'm saying is, when y'all was in school, did they teach y'all the first man to take the scope of America was Christopher Columbus?
But is that true, though?
No, I'm asking you. No, I'm not asking you what's true. I'm asking you. That's what they talk about.
Yeah, that's what they talk about.
Okay, so was that true?
No, but
So now the reverse is that what they talk to? You said that that's what they taught me. Christopher Columbus was the first man to discover America.
that's what they say. But was he?
But was that what they taught to us?
They taught everybody that.
Okay.
But
So
does that
was
make it
true?
right? But does it? All right.
I'm gonna answer about the Bible. All right, this is John chapter 10 and verse 10.
So do you believe the Bible?
Hold on, brother. Can I answer? It says about Christopher Columbus. It's John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. So the so-called white man, like Christopher Columbus, is in the Bible that he will come and steal, kill, and destroy.
Right.
Just like steal, kill, and
I
destroy
just
you.
asked a simple question, bro.
And I'm answering as a simple question.
When you went to school, did they teach you Christopher Columbus is the man that discovered America?
Yes, brother. in
We've
the Bible.
already answered that.
Did you
Listen.
believe that at one time?
No,
Yeah,
no, I never believed it.
We-
No, I
we-
didn't.
hey,
No, I didn't. How you gonna tell me what I believe, bro?
we already answered
As
that.
a child, you did.
No, I didn't. Prove it.
As a child, because you didn't know.
Can you prove it?
So when did you learn what you learned?
From the foundation of the world.
So you learned that at that age?
No, I learned it way before that.
No, bro. No, bro.
Yes, brother.
No, my brother.
I'm trying to tell you, brother. You're just not receiving it.
No, brother.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Literally.
No.
I
No.
am, brother.
No.
Yes, brother. Give me
Because
Luke
you
chapter
know me.
13, verse
Hey, bro, I done been there.
3. No, brother, you haven't.
Because I done,
You haven't been there.
bro, I studied Buddhism. I
Well,
studied 85%.
and what
I
else?
studied everything,
And
bro.
what did it do to you?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Because I don't believe
Give
nothing
me-
nobody say.
Give me Ecclesiastes chapter
Because
12.
you know why?
Ecclesiastes chapter 12.
Because nobody know God's word.
That prove it.
Nobody knows God's word,
Prove
bro.
it, brother.
You
Prove that.
can't, you can't prove it.
I can't prove it that people know
So
God's
what you
word.
reading out of the Bible?
Yeah, we're reading out of the Bible.
Out of the King James?
Yes, which is a so-called black man. the
Okay,
Israelite.
so how many Bibles is it?
It's one, brother.
No.
Yeah,
it's
the word
plenty.
Bible. No, it's one. The word Bible.
So have you read the
Listen.
Quran?
Yeah, we read the Quran.
Okay, so is that a
What
black
is-
man's Bible?
What is the
Bible?
word? What does the word Quran mean?
But what I'm saying is, have you read the Quran?
I just answered you yes.
Is it the same thing as the Bible?
No,
Yes, it is.
no, it's
bro.
not. The word
Yes, it
Quran,
is, bro.
No, it's not.
Bro, you ain't read the Bible then.
What do you mean?
You ain't read
We're
the
reading the
Quran,
Bible
bro.
right now.
You ain't
Yeah,
read the
Ecclesiastes
Quran,
chapter
bro.
12.
And what?
Are you saying the Quran is not the same thing as the
12 what?
Bible?
Verse 12.
What's up, my good cuz?
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 12. And further, by these, my sons,
See, y'all on
be admonished of making many books.
I'm making what?
program.
Many books.
So, brother, you read all those books, brother, and they got
I
you
didn't
jammed
read
up.
all nothing.
You just all right, brother. Are you
I
drunk?
didn't read all nothing.
Are you
bro.
drunk, brother?
No, definitely not.
Are you high?
No, I'm not.
Are you sober?
Yeah. Definitely.
Sober off what?
Sober life, bro.
All right, brother. Well, we gonna
Because
say
this is what I'm
shalom.
saying right here.
All right,
Because,
brother, shalom,
okay, you
brother.
want to speak or am I going to speak?
Brother, I'm
Because this week,
I'm gonna speak.
okay, so as we brothers, are we going to listen to each other? Or are you going to tell me what I need to know?
I'm gonna tell you what you need to
Okay,
know.
well, tell me what I need to know
All right,
then.
give me Luke 13.
Luke chapter 13 and verse 3.
Give me
So
Mark
you
chapter
don't
1,
care.
verse 15.
So as a brother, you don't care what I speak.
Yeah, I do care, brother.
Okay, well,
That's
go
why I'm
ahead.
out here. I'm out here for
speaking
you.
on you. I'm speaking on you.
All right, brother.
No,
Well,
you're
I'm
not out here.
I am out here.
Can
No,
you get
you're
off
not.
the sign, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 'cause I'm not going to disrespect what y'all doing. Trust me. I promise you.
All right, read that.
I tell you, nay.
What's your name?
Hey, look at it.
What's your name?
You see the character he in, speaking in.
Do you see the
Hold
character
on,
that
time
you
out,
in,
time
brother?
out, time
What is your
out.
name?
No, I'm speaking me.
What is your name?
I'm speaking me.
And what's your name?
Yeah, I'm speaking me.
And what's your
Don't
name?
worry about what my name is.
All
But
right,
go
read
ahead
on.
and speak, my
Read
brother.
on.
Yeah,
Luke
go ahead.
13 and 3.
Look at him.
I tell you, nay. But except ye repent,
Except this brother repent. Read on.
ye shall
You see
all
the action.
likewise perish.
He
So
said
we
what?
shooting a movie,
Ye
right?
shall all likewise
Is we
perish.
shooting a movie?
This is sad. You
Is
too
we
grown
shooting
to
a
be
movie?
acting like that, brother.
No,
No,
y'all too grown to
No,
be
you
acting
too
like
grown to be acting like that. Read on.
No. I'm too grown. Y'all too
Or
grown.
those 18.
God, I'm
upon
minding
whom
my
the tower
business. Look at
of
y'all.
Siloam fell and slew them.
You
Think
feel
ye
me?
that ye were sinners above all men, that dwelt in Jerusalem.
Sinners above all men that dwelt in Fayetteville.
All of us are sinners
Read on.
before me.
I tell you nay,
All
I
of
tell
us.
you nay.
All of us
but
are sinners.
except
What is sin?
All of us are sinners.
What is sin?
All of us are
You don't
sinners.
even know what sin is.
Who don't?
You don't even know what sin is.
See,
Read
there
Mark
you
1.
go. See, you
Book of
preach
Mark.
yourself.
I'm
just
asking-
you don't even know what it is.
All right, brother.
Because we
Book of
all
Mark,
sin is me,
chapter
right?
1,
All right.
verse
Do we all
15.
sin?
Hey,
And
brother, you an
saying,
Israelite. You an
the
Israelite.
time
course I
is
am.
fulfilled,
Of course.
and the kingdom of Yahweh is at hand. Repent
I'm
ye.
asking
What the Lord say?
Repent ye.
What the Lord say?
Repent ye.
What did he got to do?
Repent ye.
Read.
All day,
And
every
believe
day.
the gospel.
And believe
Every
the
day.
gospel.
Every
That's
day.
what you got to do. Give me,
Every day.
give me Peter
So
chapter
is we
4 and verse
talking to
7.
the Bible?
Read that.
So is we,
James chapter
is we
1 and
talking
verse
about the
8.
Bible, King James?
A double-minded
He's talking about
man
spiritual things.
is
brother.
unstable.
But I'm asking you, are we
Alright, brother.
talking about the Bible?
Brother, hold on, brother. Listen, you got to look me in my eyes. Stand in front of me and look at me.
Okay.
So that the spirit
I
can hop
will.
on you.
I will.
All right, read that again.
A double-minded man
Right?
is unstable
Bible.
in all his ways.
Bible.
Read it again.
A
Bible.
double-minded man is
Bible.
unstable in all his ways.
Bible.
Wait, read on.
Bible.
Let the brother of low degree
Bible. Or do you got
rejoice
him tricked?
in that he is exalted,
Or do you got him scared?
Read.
but the
Or do you
rich
got him scared
in that
you?
he is made low, because as
You
the
got him
flower
scared up under
of the
you?
grass, he shall pass away.
Do you got him scared up
For
under
the
you?
sun is no sooner risen with a burning heat,
Do you got
but
him
it
scared up under
withereth
you?
the grass, and the flower thereof falleth,
So you the big dog.
and the grace of the fashion of it
You the
perisheth.
big
And the
dog.
grace of the fashion of it perisheth. Read on.
So also shall the rich man fade away in his ways.
Are you the big
rich
dog?
man fade
I'm
away in
asking
his
you.
ways.
Are you the big
Now,
dog?
Yahweh's the big dog.
Right?
No, God is my big dog.
All right, read on. Read that.
Are you the big dog here?
First Peter chapter
Are you the
4,
big dog here?
verse
Yahweh,
7.
Because I'm tell you what now. Because I
But
can make
the
a
end
phone
of
call
all
to people
things
be
Make
is
a
at
phone
hand.
call. Brother, make the phone call, brother. Go
But
ahead and
the
do it.
end
What
of
you
all
waiting for?
things.
Go ahead and do it.
No, I ain't gotta make it right here.
All right, well, tell him to come up here, brother.
But what I'm saying is,
Do what you gotta do,
to
brother.
you is to,
Right, read
are
that
you
again.
here with
But the
me?
end of all things
Are we here for the same purpose?
No,
at
we're not.
hand.
We
So
out
we're
here,
not-
of
no,
all
we out here to
things
save you and our people.
is at
You
hand.
can't say
Right,
me,
read on.
bro. You can't
Be
say
ye
me,
therefore sober.
What the Lord say?
Be ye therefore sober.
Read it again.
No,
Be
the
ye
Lord-
therefore
no,
sober.
the
Read
Lord,
it again.
no, the
Be
Lord
ye
say
therefore
we respect
sober.
all our
Read.
brothers, right? The Lord
And-
say we
and
respect our
watch
people, right?
Unto
Give me
prayer.
Obadiah.
Do
1:15.
the Lord say we respect our people
Brother, we,
and we
gonna-
love our
brother,
people?
we praying for you, brother.
I'm praying for you.
We praying for you. And under
So
what
you
name?
think I'm not?
Under what name?
Do you think I'm not?
I don't think you are.
I'm only. The
Give me Acts
only
4 and
name
12.
it is God.
No,
The
brother.
only name it is
No,
God.
it's not. Give me Acts 4 and 12.
So who I'm praying up under?
God is an attribute. You got the God of Islam. You got the God of Christianity.
No, you don't. You
the
got
God of
one
Judaism.
God.
You
No.
got all these
No,
nasty gods.
no, you got the prophets
Right.
under them.
Yeah,
You got the
and give me
prophets
songs.
under them.
Book of Acts.
You got the prophets under them. It's
Go ahead.
only one
Book of
God.
Acts,
It's
chapter
only
4,
one
verse
God.
12.
What's his name?
God.
Neither is
Allah.
neither
Goddamn
there's
Yahweh.
salvation in any other.
Read.
Who's the God?
For there
God.
is one, excuse me, for there is
God.
none other name.
No, he said God.
Who is
Allah.
God?
He said Yahweh. He said all these names. But what the Lord, he said there is none other name. Read on.
under heaven
Right?
given among men
Read.
whereby we must be saved.
His one name.
Then
and
who God?
His name is Yahweh. That's his name.
Yahweh, right?
No, he said
that's
Yahweh.
not-
I
no.
mean, okay, I might have
No.
pronounced it wrong,
Well,
but
it's
am
wrong.
I not saying the same thing?
No, he's
No.
not saying the same thing.
So we not talking about Yahweh?
No, we're talking about Yahweh.
Okay, well, I might have pronounced
All right,
it
well,
wrong.
say it
but,
right, say
I
it.
mean, I can't say it right.
You
That's
can,
what I'm
brother, say
saying.
it.
I might have been taught to pronounce it another way.
Well, we're
But
trying
what
to
I'm
teach you the
saying
correct
is,
way.
you know what I'm saying,
No,
though.
say Yahweh.
Okay, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Okay, Yahweh.
There you
But what
go.
I'm saying is this right here. I might have pronounced it wrong, but what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying.
No, we don't.
I don't read that.
So what you want to be technical like these
96
crackers?
and verse 5.
You want to be technical like these
The
crackers?
crackers aren't technical. They taught you about white
But you
Jesus.
know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. They
I don't
destroyed
give a
you.
fuck about no white Jesus. I don't believe in
But
no,
we're
no
trying to
white
help you,
Jesus.
brother.
I don't believe in no white Jesus.
You shouldn't, because it's not real.
Yeah, because I know it's not real.
Okay,
I
brother.
know it's
So
not.
in-
I know he believe in skin like bronze, here like, well,
All right,
I
there you
believe
go.
in
All right,
that.
there you go.
Trust me, I'm with you.
All right, there you go.
I'm with you.
All right,
But
read
don't
that.
do me like that.
Well, brother, we
We
gotta
don't
do
do
you
you
some
like
kind of
that.
way,
If
brother.
you close your mouth and
We gotta
listen.
help you, brother.
No, you ain't gotta help me.
Yes, I do gotta help
I'm
you.
with you.
No, close
I'm
your
with
mouth.
you.
How you with?
I'm with you.
How
Close
you
your
with?
mouth for a while.
How you
I'm
with?
with you.
How?
Because I'm with the same goddamn strive you with.
No, you're
No,
not,
you're
brother.
not.
You just said
No,
you gonna
you're
make a
not.
phone
No,
call
you're not.
and get brothers to come up here
Man,
and do
look,
something.
man,
Right?
I ain't gonna
That's what you just
goddamn,
said.
I ain't gonna
That's
get
literally
nobody
what you
come
said.
in here and do nothing.
Give me Revelation 14 and 12.
Bruh, I ain't
Right,
about
read
the
that.
goddamn look.
Psalm
He wanna
96
go
and
back
verse
to a
5.
book that
For
a
all
white
the
man wrote.
gods of the nations are
He
idols.
wanna go back to a
Are
book
idols.
that a white man
Are
wrote.
idols.
He wanna go back.
For
So
the
who
Lord
wrote the first
Yahweh
book?
made the heavens.
So
But the
who
Lord
wrote the
made the
first
heaven.
book though? Because you know it go back to the goddamn Israel. Hold up, but time out. You know it go back to the
Honor
goddamn
and
what?
majesty are before him.
Right, read on.
Strength and beauty are in the sanctuary.
Right, read.
Give unto the Lord, O ye kindreds of the people.
Right?
Man,
Give
we
unto
out
the
here
Lord
listening to
glory
that shit,
and
bullshit
strength.
you talking about.
Give me Proverbs 31 and verse 3. Right, read that.
Book of Revelation,
What you talking about, man?
chapter 14, verse 12. Here is the
Where you
patience
at?
of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God
Right, read.
and the faith of Jesus.
Hey, bro.
Read on.
Hey, bro.
Can you read that again, Baba Bashar?
Hey, bro.
Revelation, chapter 14, verse 12.
I'm in
Here is the
goddamn full
patience
support.
and the faith
Feel.
of the saints.
Right,
It's
read.
not like I'm in not
Here are
supporting
they
you all.
that keep the commandments of God
Brother, name me 3 commandments.
and the faith of
Name me
Jesus.
3 commandments.
Thou should not steal, thou should not kill, thou should not commit adultery.
All right. Now, are you willing to receive 3 more? Can we
I mean,
tell you?
this is what I'm saying.
He just asked you a
Of course,
question.
Of course, yeah.
Can we tell you 3 more?
Stop right there.
And will you not speak
Yeah.
until we're
You
done?
tell me what you don't
No, just,
do.
no, just,
Out of them adulteries,
Stop
tell
right
me what you don't do.
All right, give me Leviticus 11 and 7.
And tell me what you don't do.
All right, brother, let me tell you.
Leviticus 11 and 7. And the swine, though he divides the hoof, and the cloven
Explaining it
footed.
like that, though.
Because he's a man, brother.
But no, because y'all talking that. Go ahead.
No, the
But
Lord
I'm
taught him
just
that.
listening.
The
Don't
Lord
listen
taught
to
him.
me.
The Lord
No,
taught
the
him.
Lord didn't talk
The
him
Lord
that.
did teach
Y'all
him.
taught him.
The Lord taught him that,
No,
brother.
it didn't. Y'all taught him that. Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah
Go ahead,
chapter
my
58.
young brother.
Read that.
Go
And
ahead, my
verse
young
1.
brother. Y'all taught him that.
Cry
What the
aloud,
Lord say?
cry
aloud.
Read and spare not.
Read on.
Lift up thy voice.
No, whisper.
Lift up thy voice.
Talk like the so-called white man.
Lift up thy voice.
Read.
Like a trumpet.
Like an ant.
Like a trumpet.
Like a bee.
Like a trumpet.
Lift up your voice like
He's
a
out.
trumpet.
Boy, y'all good, bro.
No, brother, the Lord is good, brother.
Of course. So you think I don't serve him?
Well, brother,
Because I don't do it like y'all.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I don't. So the Lord is not the same Lord y'all serve is not that good to me because I don't serve him like y'all.
Yeah, give me
Numbers-
7
I'm gonna
Numbers
get that
15. Yeah, Numbers 15:38.
you know what I'm saying?
Numbers 15:38.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
Yeah, John 9 and 31.
God, it's the same God to me, right? It's the same God to me.
But you got sober.
Let's go there, 15. Let's hit it.
No, it ain't talking about soul. We talking about real.
15.
Bro, I'm very sober. What I'm saying is we talking about the same God
Yeah,
that
listen.
serve you.
Listen,
Oh,
The same God
don't
that
serve me,
forgive
brother. I
everybody.
serve
that-
God.
Okay, but let me ask you.
How can God
okay,
serve me?
So how?
when he
No,
created
no, no. This is what I'm asking you. So is you gonna talk or is you gonna listen?
Brother, I heard you. You
Okay.
said God is
So
serving
what I'm
me.
asking you this right here, is it the same God that's gonna respect me when I'm doing wrong?
Yeah, listen.
Okay.
The elder got to listen to the elder.
So if I'm doing wrong and I'm lost, is that the same God?
Yeah, listen to the elder. Read that.
Okay, of course
Numbers.
I'm gonna listen.
This is the book of Numbers,
Okay, yes,
chapter
sir.
15,
Yes, sir.
verse 38.
Okay.
Okay. Verse 37. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
Right?
Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them
Tell the children of Israel
that they make them fringes,
that they make them what?
fringes
Read.
in the borders of their garments.
Just like there's a man over on what's that street called?
So
My
is you
favorite
trying to
street.
make me one of y'all?
Like, hold on,
Murchison
listen.
Road.
Just like there's a man on Murchison Road
Okay.
that got some young brothers, and he give them a pack of work. He
Okay.
make them sell the
I
work.
get it,
Hold on,
bro.
listen,
I'm with you.
brother,
I'm
listen.
with you.
Moses, by God, told the children of Israel that they make them fringes.
Right, right.
Read.
In the
Right.
borders
I get
of
it,
their
for sure.
garments.
So on your shirt, you got to make you some fringes.
Okay.
Because God said it.
Right, I get it.
All right, read on.
So
throughout
says,
their
y'all my
generation,
friends. Y'all,
and
is y'all
that
my
they
friends?
put
Hold on,
upon
brother, listen.
the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So on your
Are
fringes,
y'all my friends?
brother. No, we're
Yes
not
or
the
no?
fringes, brother.
All right,
We're not the fringes. We're not the fringes. We're talking about stuff we're supposed to wear. See, that's why. That's why. I
Yeah, read that.
Look at Ephesians chapter 5, verse 18.
What you gotta do, okay?
And be not drunk.
Be not what?
And
Be not drunk.
And be not what?
And be not drunk with wine. Wherein is
Yeah, brother, we're your brothers. We're your brothers.
Because I'm not against you.
Did you hear us? Did you hear me?
Yeah, I'm not against
Did you hear me, brother?
you. Yeah, that's why I'm
Did you
asking.
hear me?
No, I did.
All right, so listen.
Because I'm asking, are y'all my friends? You said no.
No,
Fringes.
fringes, not friends.
We didn't say fringe. It was said
Listen.
fringes.
So that's why I'm asking.
Listen, brother.
If you
I'm not against you all.
No,
Okay,
look, if
brother.
you stop
Okay.
and listen, that's all you gotta do. Stop and listen. Man, what I tell you, man?
Thank you.
Israel, boy, got a problem. Okay? Once again,
Is that King James?
my brother, stop.
Is that King James? Bible?
Look, stop. I'll answer the question after I read this.
right.
Book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 37. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make fringes in the borders of their garment throughout their generation, and that they put upon the fringes of the borders a ribbon of blue. Talking about something you gotta wear.
So are we friends?
Yeah, brother. Well, the Lord said his friends are those that do the commandments.
Okay, this
So
is
we're trying to tell you to put some fringes on. Look right here, brother. These are fringes.
Bro, I'm not
Brother.
disregard. I'm
What are these?
asking
What are
you,
these?
are we friends? I don't know.
So you're not listening to me.
No, I'm
brother.
asking you.
Brother,
No, teach me.
I'm trying to
This is
tell
what I'm
you.
saying.
If you're not
If
listening-
I don't know,
Are you
teach
my
me.
friend?
Yes, I am.
All right, so can you listen
Yes,
to
I
me?
am. Yeah.
So what?
I
So,
can.
all right, so listen. What did I say these are?
Friends.
All right, so fringes. So,
Let's go. Verse 39.
all right.
And it shall be, excuse me, let's continue.
Yeah.
Throughout their generation.
Right.
And that they put upon the fringe
Put on your fringes.
of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So you got to get a ribbon of blue.
Mandatory
Put on
color.
your fringes.
The only mandatory color.
If you want to make it to the kingdom of heaven. That's what I'm trying to tell you, brother. And that you're a king on the earth.
Right.
I mean, I already know that.
All right, so listen here. Kings wear fringes. So you got to get you some fringes.
And you know that how?
Because God said it.
We just read it, bro.
And we seen the
And
angels.
who did you know that brought God back down and say that?
The angels. The angels came down.
The angels told you that.
Yeah, the angels. The heavenly angels. Yes, they did.
They told you that.
Yeah, they came down here in a fiery chariot.
Okay. Person from the fiery chariot came down there.
Came down. Yes, sir.
Told you that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Give me Mark chapter 1 and verse 34. Nah, give me Mark 1 34. We're about to close out. Yeah.
I'm about to tell you,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna leave this.
Mark chapter 1 and verse 34. And he healed many that were sick of the diverse diseases,
Right?
and cast out many devils,
Right?
and suffered not the devils to speak, because they knew him. And in the morning, rising up a great while before day,
Right. So that's plain. Right. Give me Isaiah 25 and 7. Isaiah chapter 25 verse 7.
Isaiah 25 and 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. He will swallow up death and victory, and the Lord Yahweh will wipe away tears from off all faces. And the rebuke of his people will he take away from off all the earth.
Right?
For the Lord Yahweh hath spoken.
Right? Read.
And it shall be said in that day, Lo, this is our God.
This is everybody's God.
This is our God.
Read.
We have waited for him, and he will save us. This is the Lord Yahweh. We have waited for him. We will be glad and rejoice in his salvation.
Go to Matthew, chapter 16, verse 19. And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven.
Read on.
And whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven.
Right, read.
And whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven.